Not 1, 3. We're on topic number 3. This is 34.3. This is the game of the decade. Yeah, the decade. And we are in year 2011 now. Last episode, we talked about 2010. In this episode, we're going to talk about 2011. Pretty good list of games that we kind of looked through. We didn't add every single game on here, but there was some pretty decent games.
Most of them were pretty like honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Not any that you would go back and, really like, oh man, I got to go back and play that game. It was a good year.
Yeah.
But it was one of those where you played it and then you never picked it up again.
Yeah, there was some good releases that kind of got you through 2011. I think 2010 was definitely better of the overall, but we already have a representative of 2011, which was Red Dead Redemption. Let's go on to 2011. I'm going to start from the bottom and go up because the top ones were the first ones we picked. So
Sure.
Battlefield 3 came out. That was a pretty good Battlefield. That was when they did the whole like crumbling thing, right?
Yeah.
Like all the environment. Great game. Great looking game. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good
really
Battlefield.
set the precedent for
Yeah, a first-person shooter. Obviously, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 came out in 11, I think. So comparing those two games, it was both Modern Warfare games. Like they were.
Yeah, it's
Modern
usually
Warfare,
a battle
so-
between Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Yeah,
So-
nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of it. Saints Row the Third.
Yeah.
Saints Row the Third came out that year as well.
It was a proper sequel to the second one.
Did you prefer the second one or the third one? Where does 3 land on?
So 3 was one of the better ones. 1 and 2 were good. 1 was like, looked like Crazy Taxi, like low-res grossness, but was fun.
Yeah.
2 was like a slightly more polished, and you were able to do more stuff. It was really good. 3 was where they got a little bit silly, but they still kept to the core of the game. I really did like 3. 3 was really good.
Now I stopped at 2.
2 was really good though. 2 is still solid. But 3 was really good. After 3, don't play.
Okay.
Don't
What
play.
was the one after? Was there was a fourth one?
Yeah, 4.
Saints Row 4?
Which was initially meant to be a DLC to 3 because it's superpowers and romances and stuff like that, but they instead made it a whole game, and it's overkill. Think like Dead Rising 4, but way worse in terms of overkill.
Oof.
So it's nothing but silliness, which is not what Saints Row is entirely about. So
Used to be the big competitor against GTA, and then it went
Yeah.
towards this whole.
it was the
silliness.
discount GTA. Let's
Yeah,
be honest,
yeah.
but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, let's head over to 7. We had 9 games that we picked. Limbo. Limbo also came out. Big, nice, good indie game right there.
Puzzle platformer.
Yes. Did you play Limbo?
Yeah,
I
almost got
did
every
not.
achievement.
I did not play Limbo. Why was Limbo such a good game of 2011?
Because it honestly made you think a little bit. It was also really dark and
And its content too. It wasn't just like the way it looked. It was creepy. Creepy a
Yeah, it
little
was
bit, right?
it was creepy. It looked really good, especially for its time. It really. I think the big thing about it is that it really stuck out. It really stuck out. It was super high contrast because it was just black and white the entire time, and you're basically this kid who's in limbo. And everything's trying to kill him, and he's trying to basically get through everything and get out of limbo. And yeah, it's some of it's pretty brutal.
Now you can play it on iOS now too, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
It's one of those
It was a good
games.
game. It was a good game.
In honor of Nate, Batman Arkham City is on this list as well. And I did not play Arkham City.
Wasn't Asylum way better?
Well, yeah, the first one. First one's way better. I mean, not way better. I shouldn't use that. First one I played. Didn't play any of them else. I think the Arkham City was the second one. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I did not play Arkham City.
They're good, but
Fable 3 also came out this 2011, which was
it was pretty
solid.
good. It did have some launch issues.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a solid Fable game. It had a complete story, had the whole thing, the big shebang, had better multiplayer in it.
It did have better multiplayer, but it did skimp out on some features it did have before.
Mm-hmm.
So there was some give and take there.
But the
It also resulted in that studio being shut down. So
well, that was a little bit later, but yes, Lionhead did eventually shut down. Rockstar's L.A. Noire. Rockstar making its second appearance on our list. L.A. Noire, I wanted to add to this list. This game, I remember when I went to the store, we went to Target, bought this game because it was on sale for like $30. My mom was like, $30? That's not 60. And so she bought me the game. And it was the complete edition. So it had on 360 was 4 discs long because it came with all the DLC and everything. And so, yeah, I played that within like a weekend from a Friday to I think a Monday. So I think I went into Monday a little bit, but I do remember like within 3 or 4 days, I beat that game because I loved it so much. I just wanted to keep playing the game. It was fun. The story is really cool. It introduced so many like technical features that Rockstar was testing out in this game. Facial structures, emotions given, which were eventually used in GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. It just was so good. The story was so good. I will say mechanically there are some like the driving is a little because that's not the focus of the game. The focus of the game is the story and to be a detective about it. The facial recognition stuff to tell if people are lying, and that was the big pull. Getting from place to place, sort of not really great, but it was cool because you got to be this character that went from like low barrel cop to the best private eye of like the whole entire city of LA. And the map has like LA stop points of locations and stuff like that. They even have the Black Dahlia case in the game. It's really cool, really interesting. Yeah, I thought it was really good for 2011. That was probably my game of 2011, but we have not talked about these other games too that represent that year. Did you play LA Noire?
No.
Okay. So we'll move on to Portal 2. Portal 2 also came out, the sequel to Portal. This is when Valve officially has like gone, hey, you guys deserve your own game. Like, you don't need to be a part of the Orange Box, and told them that they can go make Portal 2. Those are some DigiPen students that went and made Portal, and they got picked up by Valve. So you never played Portal 2?
No.
Okay. There's a lot more humor in this one. You would know the first Portal was great. It had GLaDOS and whatnot. Portal 2 introduced more characters and their funny banters and wit. The co-op was, I think, the best part of that game, though, because to play with another person just trying to figure out puzzles and cooperative stuff. I played it with Christian here on the channel, so if you want to go check that out, that was like one of our early videos. But that was fun. It's fun to like try and problem solve with another person to try and get from point A to point B. It was a fun game. Skyrim.
Ooh, Skyrim. This is the game that got everybody into Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
Hands down.
Not Oblivion?
Not Oblivion, no. Okay. Not everybody would get into it. It was just the quote-unquote nerdy kids who were into Oblivion and, like, Morrowind and everything. Like, oh, yeah, you like that stuff? That's weak. I play Call of Duty. But when Skyrim came around, it got everybody who was not a part of that genre into that genre. It was just so good. It even holds up till today. Like, it's such a good game.
Well, you can play it on practically anything.
Yep. And now it has mod support everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's one of those games that has stood the test of time, which I can't say the same for a lot of these other games. But Skyrim, man, it's just really, really just ropes you into that world. It's so good. A lot of people end up getting to a certain point and then stopping because there's a lot to take in all at once. Because for a lot of people, it was their first big like open world RPG. But if you put the time in, it will consume your life, like terribly. It was almost bad for you to play it. So,
well, speaking of holding the test of time and taking up a lot of people's time,
oh boy,
Minecraft also made its major release in 2011, which was just changed. It was what would you call that? A craze? Minecraft craze. It still exists today. Minecraft being one of the most well-known games. It's alongside with iconic characters and video games alike, the true modern day hit that we needed in the 2010s. There's something about Minecraft. Like, I haven't played it in years. But when it came to 360, I remember when Minecraft was hitting the craze, and we found this game called Total Miner on Xbox 360 Arcade because they could make indie games.
Yes.
But because Minecraft was not on Xbox 360, so there was people like making bootleg versions essentially of this whole entire thing. Spiders were like giant, and
it was actually pretty fun.
It was fun. It was Minecraft just very crudely done. And
very dark.
Then eventually Mojang said that they were going to make Minecraft for 360, and that was huge. That's like, oh, it's finally coming to console. And then they announced eventually that it would come into other consoles, and then it became a big deal. I remember I was talking with Christian about it, and he's like, I'm not going to be able to get Minecraft tonight because it launched. And I'm like, I'm at Safeway right now. I can get you a card and you just pay me back later. And he's like, all right, bet. And so I bought him a Microsoft Points card so he can buy it, and so that we both could play Minecraft. Man, Minecraft is fun. I don't know how to play it now because there's so many new updates. But Minecraft truly is one of those best games of all time, really, because the game has sort of, it's not a story, but it has a main objective. You get to the Ender, you beat the Ender Dragon. That's kind of
but
like.
There's so many other things to do.
But that's
now.
the thing. It's like you can do anything. You could build anything. It's literally
make your own objectives. Like you want to build a castle and then have a war. It takes a long fucking time to do, but god damn it, you can do it.
And now they started integrating all these mini games and like servers on the PC have like there's so many things, and then YouTubers have been making Minecraft videos for the last 10 years. Almost 10 years, I guess. Next year would be 2021 would be technically its 10-year anniversary, but it's also transcended media. People know Minecraft. It's become, I think, to me, Minecraft of that year was Pokemon. It just transcended everyone knows what it is. A creeper, you don't know what it's like Pikachu. Most people think when you see Pikachu, you think Pokemon. You don't need to know it's Pikachu. You don't need to know anything about it. You just know that's a Pokemon. That's it. When you look at Creeper, Minecraft immediately pops in your mind. Steve, he doesn't even really get that much. Creepers are the thing that iconicized that game. So to this day, I think that's the logo is still dirt, right? It's still the dirt block.
I think so.
With the grass on top. But do you have any Minecraft stories?
There's lots. I mean, we did a couple months ago. We did a community Minecraft. We made a community Minecraft server where we had just everybody on the stream come out and we played it. And me and Dangles killed each other on accident.
See, there you go.
So,
but there's those. It's like one of those water cooler games, which I think is what makes those games that good. It's like why Pokemon Go succeeded. It's because it was what do you got? What do you think? And then when Minecraft, even though the game technically doesn't like, I don't know, it's whatever you make it. It's the story that you have because it's so unique. Because each world is randomly generated, so you have this whole different experience to it. You could have, I was building my castle, and then all of a sudden a creeper rolled up on me. I didn't notice it, and it blew up half my castle. I had to start all over again.
Motherfuckers.
There was so many times where I was one of those people that like to build castles for my home, for my main home, and I would even take the time to like melt them into the stone again.
Yeah,
I don't like the cobblestone. Yeah. I wanted stone. And
it's like 4 cobblestone to make a stone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have to use coal. You have to put it in the what do you call it, in the furnace to make it. But yeah, when a creeper came by, man, just made me want to like, all right, delete world. This world is cursed. I don't think did you ever beat the Ender Dragon?
Oh yeah, I beat it a couple times.
Never did it.
Yeah, they have all sorts of shit now. I'm not even caught up with anything. Like,
I'm so out of it. I don't know what's going on.
At some point, we're gonna have to make a new world and just like
maybe
go through it and see what we got, because they're almost on par with PC now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's really far along.
Okay, well, I think it's time to eliminate a couple of these. So let's say you pick 3 and I pick 3, okay? And I'll go first since I did the first.
Pick 3 to eliminate.
Pick 3 to keep.
3 to keep.
I'm gonna say Minecraft, Skyrim, LA Noire.
I was gonna say Minecraft, Skyrim, and Fable 3.
Okay.
Just because I didn't play LA Noire.
So Minecraft versus Skyrim. This is definitely, I mean, 2011. I mean, Skyrim, I think, to gamers is definitely one of those iconic games. It's on everything. You can play it even on your Alexa. But I don't know. I think after thinking about Minecraft, and I've thought of Minecraft being a very good representative of Game of the Decade. But again, we're gonna have to run through these. I mean, I totally forgot Red Dead was a part of this whole thing. So I think Minecraft, just because it has gotten to this point and then did a whole loop, like it came back, like it's now popular again, which is just like not a lot of things get a second wind. Not
That's
a lot
true.
of things do. They either continue like Pokemon has, it's like, or Mario, or games like can continue on, or they kind of go like and dip down and just fall and they just disappear, or where Minecraft comes in, the very rare of like it's going, goes down, and then comes back again. I don't know. I'm leaning more towards Minecraft, but what can you convince
if you
me
look
of
at,
here?
we're looking at the 2011 versions of the games. Minecraft.
I mean,
back then,
2011 Skyrim was broken to shit too. I mean, the PS3 version was not ready.
Oh, I didn't have any issues.
Because you had a 360. So
I'm saying, like, after all, let's say
the PS3 version of Skyrim is notorious for
because Minecraft also had game crashes consistently on 360.
Oh, okay, maybe I don't remember them, but it was I don't know.
And corrupted save files.
Yeah. My thing is, I'm still leaning more towards Minecraft just because of how it's supposed to represent that year, right? The game of that decade. Of this decade, game of this year. And I think Minecraft was definitely the one because it hit children, adults, anyone could play it. It doesn't take skill to play it. It takes creativity to play it. And I think to me, it's just that water cooler talk. I understand Skyrim. Believe me, I'm not a Skyrim fan, so don't shoot me on it. But I understand also why Skyrim should be contending for this as well, because it is this game that Bethesda just seems to keep wanting to make over and over again. To me, I have no idea why they don't just make another one. But I know they are, but I'm just saying, like, with all this time, you'd think that they would have just made another one. Yeah, I never got into it though. It still just didn't.
Okay.
Still just didn't pull me. I tried that game so many times. I own it on VR too. I still haven't.
It was the most in-depth game of that console generation.
Yeah. I think maybe overall, yeah. Because I think overall.
Because there were so many different classes. The skill trees were insanely huge. You could choose to like dual wield weapons, one hand magic, one hand weapon, or both weapons. Different armor gave you attributes. It was like PC standard RPG on an Xbox and PlayStation, which you'd never ever seen before.
Well, I mean, Oblivion was pretty close, but I mean, it wasn't
not like this though.
Yeah, sure. My other thing is, at the end of this whole entire thing, you're gonna have to give this game of the decade. Can you say Skyrim is contender for game of the decade? Because to me, I would crown more. If it came down to those two,
it has been remastered too.
But it's still, to me, it's the same exact game. Yeah. Minecraft has changed and has even gotten to the point where it is transcended from itself and started. We're getting Minecraft Dungeons this year. We're getting all these other things. It started this stuff to the point where the creator retired from video games and just lives on it because he's made so much money on his revenue. Mojang eventually got picked up from Microsoft. They now are a Microsoft subsidiary. Like this one game started a studio and is now this worldwide phenomenon that has gone to mobile, that's gone to every single console, just like Skyrim has, except that you can't play it on your Alexa, but you can play it on your Vita. You can play it on your like, what else could you? I think a DS version came out a while back, a long time ago. It's on PS3, Xbox 360, 1, 4, PC, obviously, because that's where it started. But I would just say, because they've both done the same thing. It's just one did a different genre and a different way of doing creativeness, while the other one was more of a story and took you on this wild fantasy adventure that to this day people still say is, we'll go back and play it. We'll go through the whole entire game. People have still tried to complete 100% of Skyrim, which is, you have way too much time on your hands. But I'm still fighting for Minecraft.
I will go Minecraft just because, at the end of the day, this is going to be for the decade.
Yeah.
Even though I will say Skyrim outperformed it that year.
Sure.
And
fair point.
Got more people on it that year and changed the way people play games as well and got them into different genres. Where Minecraft was the game you would go to when you need a break from your main games.
But it was there.
It was there.
Now the thing though is with Skyrim, because I don't want to just blatantly knock it out. If there was, what you're telling me is, if it was Game of the Year for 2011, you would have given it to Skyrim. But because we're going to eventually talk about Game of the Decade, you don't want it to be crowned Game of the Decade.
Right.
Okay.
It's not. I don't think it's going to be Game of the Decade.
Is there a reason why you don't see it like that?
Just because it's just, again, one of those things that, not every single person is going to be playing. RPGs are not for everybody. It also requires a lot of time. Games like this, aren't generally 100% completed. Not even like 80% completed. So most people who don't play RPGs are maybe going to get through 15% of the game, which is not a very good metric to have, especially if you're going for Game of the Decade. People aren't completing your game, so it's a lot of time. And a lot of gamers, at least through the decade, weren't a lot of kids. A lot of them were still like in their 20s. Now there's a shit ton of kids everywhere.
And I think Minecraft was part of the
kids. Yeah,
part of that reason of bringing anyone can play this game,
right?
And that's, I think, where because to me Minecraft sits on the level. I wouldn't say it's better, but I'm just saying sits on the level of like Super Mario Brothers. Anyone can pick up Super Mario Brothers. You can learn how to play it. It's jump and move. That's it. You don't do anything else. You can fire a fireball maybe once in a while when you pick up a flower, but that's it. Jump on a Goomba, jump on a turtle, get out of there. Anyone can play it. It's literally 6 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, A, B. Directional pad. Minecraft took that same aesthetic, simple to play, hard to master. And I think those games are the ones that succeed. Where Mario, obviously, when you get better, you want to beat it faster. You want to, can I do it in one life? Can I do it? How fast can I do it? There's speed runs, things like that. And then Mario has created his lineage of all of these games that he's made. Where Minecraft was literally just adding updates. There was never a Minecraft 2. There still hasn't been. It's just been keep updating it.
Just keep updating.
User-created content, which Skyrim did start to do. It was also, Skyrim was one of the first, I think it was Skyrim or Oblivion, so I might be butchering it. One of those two games was the first to actually have DLC. That was a skin. That was like $4.99 or something weird.
I think it was Oblivion.
It was Oblivion? Okay.
Yeah.
That was like a horse skin. But anyway, the relationship, funny enough, was with Microsoft, with Bethesda liking to be on Microsoft's console. They like working with them. And then Mojang eventually coming to Microsoft. So, yeah, I think when it comes down to it, it has to be this whole thought process of, could it contend against like Red Dead or the other games that we'll be representing? It's got to we got to make sure that each year is going to be difficult to like try to knock out.
Yeah.
And I think Minecraft takes it. All right.
Even though I prefer Skyrim.
I know. I'm sorry. And I know that I don't want it to be like this full thing of like, beat you down with it. I don't want it to come off as that.
Points because
Okay.
it's Minecraft will it's definitely done better over the decade than Skyrim has. Skyrim has been, even though they remastered it and added mod support, it's still nothing compared to like the lengths that the people over making Minecraft went to keep the game alive. So I have to give it to them.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be it. Minecraft makes it as the representative of 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, comment section is open down there, so if you want to go and comment what your game of 2011 you would have chose to be representing, feel free to do so. Red Dead Redemption will be representing 2010. Minecraft will be representing 2011. And in the next episode, we will be talking about the year of 2012. And if I do remember it, it was pretty interesting. You're not going to want to miss it, because I think one of the games that we talked about earlier in the episode, I think the first game came out that year as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it. That has been Bitcade. And if you guys want to watch more, make sure you hit subscribe. If you're watching here on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, tap the bell button, get notified when videos get uploaded. Make sure you check out the links down in the description below. You can go check him out where?
Mixer.com/primaltarget.
And link is down there for you to click upon. If you're listening to the audio version, the links are also provided for you, so make sure you just tap wherever you want to go. You guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button and rate it, because if you rate it, then the podcast starts to show up in other people's feeds as recommended. Helps us out. That's just a little kickback for us. We don't get paid for it. It's just helping us out to get out there and spread the PT Nation. Get Bitcade out there. There's also other podcasts on there like PT 3600, where we talk about something for an hour. Sometimes it's just awful. Just an awful topic. But we'll talk about it for one whole hour. We've talked about poop. We've talked about dreams. We've talked about... What else have we talked about?
Talked about some titties.
We did talk about stuff like that. So if you guys find that intriguing, make sure you go and head over to those videos, or it's in the feed here if you're listening to the audio version on Apple, Podbean, or anywhere else. Anyway, any final words for the people back at home?
Primaltarget.com. We have all our shit on there. Have a good night.